We did talk about Starlink. Yes, it is not here. It's invasive. That was not the one I was thinking about. We're talking first day, Steven. But tell me what you're mixing. Emerald ash borer. That was the one that we talked about. Remember, we looked outside. We didn't go outside that day. I don't know why we didn't, but we had that video and we compared like why those trees in the parking lot were gone. And then I showed you what the emerald ash borer. That's an invasive species. All the ash trees are gone. Okay, I've got a couple little charts up here, and I want to kind of review some things, and then we're going to talk about some death. All right, I drew kind of three just very simple little diagrams with population. So I'm going to segue from like population into kind of how things interact. But I got A, B, and C. Okay, remember when we talked about population, human population, we know that some populations are growing really fast, some are kind of stable, okay, some are declining, right? Okay, so when we look at that, then which one of those, A, B, or C, is a declining population? Okay, yeah.
Like from the top down?
I can't tell you that. Which do you think?
Probably C.
C, you were exactly right. Why is C the one that's dying? Okay, yeah, everyone dies in the end. Okay, so remember this is like birth, 0, right? And this is 100. Okay, do you remember this? Okay, so this is the declining one. Okay, so that gives us A and B. Which one is the expanding population? B. Yeah, that is definitely right. You're getting that. No, A is the one that's expanding. Why is A the expanding population?
Because base is quite large.
Yeah, the base is large. What do I have down here at the base?
Children.
Yeah, children, right? And eventually children are going to make more children. If I've got no children and I got a bunch of old people, those old people are not going to have babies. These people are going to have babies. Stable is like we got to equal all the way up and then everybody dies. Okay, this is not very many youth, bunch of old people, then they all die. This is tons of youth, then they all die. Okay, not very many people in A are old. In C, lots of old people, right? So when we look at those interactions, some of those populations, and here's what you were talking about, Sam, on the left is that J curve, which you all hated. Okay, that's not a J. Okay,
It looks like
okay, this is my J curve, right? This is the number. This is birth to death. Okay, and what happens is this is exponential growth. Okay, this one over here has this wonderful thing called carrying capacity. This is an S curve or logistic growth. And I believe I talked about how, like, let's say wolf populations. Okay, if I'm growing my wolf population, okay, and I hit that wall, okay, and I'm not able to go on. No, that's not how that works, right? It's more of an imaginary line. And once I pass that carrying capacity, I've got no more food. Okay, if I've got no more food out here, then I'm not going to be able to live. Okay, so I die, my population decreases. Now I'm in here, I got lots of food, so my population increases, and I like to teeter along this line, right? Okay, and that's how that works. Carrying capacity, there are overshoots and diebacks, overshoots, but it all kind of wavers right along this line, right? Okay, so let's talk about death. We know that running out of food would kill you. We know that running out of shelter would kill you. We know that running out of air would kill you. Running out of space, think about my flies, right? We should see if those flies are dead. I predicted that they might be dead. Do you remember this? Let's see if they are.
What are we doing, man? Probably gonna learn some algebra. Oh, yeah. Probably algebra.
Math is just stupid stuff. Pretty easy.
Okay, what do you think? Okay, this is the new tube. Okay. By the way, they have pupa on there, which is cool. This is my old tube, and sure enough, it looks as if there's still some in there. Are there any in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're coming out!
What? Oh, look what you did.
Oh, snappy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so soon these will die. I thought they'd all be dead, but they will die soon, right?
You know what?
They're
You get
teetering
killed by
right
throwing
here.
them into a
Yeah,
fire.
all the food is almost running out.
Those
Soon
are
it
all-
crashed. What's that?
Hold it.
Yeah, those are all flies. Okay, here's my Here's the flies. They're all happy. There's lots of worms in there. There's pupa. They made babies over break. Good job.
What's the screen for?
That's the food. That's the food. You should do this.
Sloppy, messy, nasty.
Okay, right. Okay.
No.
Those are the white-eye flies. All right, y'all with me on this? Now let's talk about this. We've talked many, many times about these terms, dependent and independent, right?
Yeah.
We know that dependent as measurement, independent testing. Okay, but now I'm going to mess you up a little bit. Okay, because I want to talk about dependent, density dependent. Okay, listen, density dependent and density independent. And let's talk about COVID for a quick second. Okay, yeah. So let's talk about COVID or the flu or anything like that. All right, so technically,
It's just gonna be a yearly thing now.
true, this is true.
Yes.
Okay,
You know what
so,
also-
all right, listen, guys.
We used to have high rates of death because of
All right, what's the number one way for me to never get COVID? Oh, yes. Never go out, well, I could go outside, okay? Yeah, Zach, you got it. Don't talk to anybody. What were we gonna say?
reduced chance of being a mask.
Okay, wear a mask, sure.
Take that pill or vaccine.
Okay,
that
I
they're
could
gonna
take a pill. Okay, but that's not, no guarantee, right? Okay.
But the thing about masks, if not everybody wears them, then
Right.
it's not effective at all, and it's just makes it.
Right.
Because not everybody follows.
You got it. So
Yeah,
Zach,
that's a good
Zach nailed it, okay? I could go outside, but as long as I stay away from people, okay, I'm not gonna get it. What's that? Yeah. I mean, me too sometimes. Okay, so look, so people freaked out, right, when school started because now you're in a building. Okay, you're with people. Okay, my mom always used to say, growing up, I was a swimmer, so I had early morning swim practice. Almost, well, for sometimes it was 5 days a week. Okay, and when it got really cold, then so we have swim practice would be over, and then my buddy Jim Stanley would take me in his Nova, Chevy Nova. You know,
Yeah, yes,
there you go.
sir.
It is, it was green, it was awesome. We did some killer donuts in the parking lot. Okay, and we took his Nova and we would go to McDonald's and get breakfast. And my mom always said, because you would just, we'd dry off real quick and our hair would freeze as soon as we left the pool, right? And it was awesome. I couldn't grow a beard at that time, but my hair would freeze. And my mom would always say, like, you better put a hat on or you're gonna catch a cold, okay?
No.
And I always said, Mom, I won't, but I respected her. I just didn't put a hat on, right? I was like, okay, Mom, I will, and I never did. Okay, because you don't catch a cold, okay, from the cold, right? You catch it, yeah, from viruses, okay? Why do people get more sick, okay, in the winter from flu, okay? Why? Why is this happening?
Your immune system's weakened.
Your immune systems are weakened, but also we're inside all the time, right? Okay, we are stuck in this building. Like it or not, COVID or not, every single one of you in this room will have inhaled pieces of me,
Oh, shoot.
whether you like it or not. And
Hundreds
guess
of
what?
flake fly
I have inhaled pieces of you, okay?
We are one.
Right now, you trust me on this? I'm gonna make it rain on Eva, okay? And that's gross. Why am I doing that? Because I have tons of dead skin cells, right? When I sit down on a couch and the ray of sun is coming in just right, and I see those
That's what those are.
those are dead skin cells, man. Okay, I'm breathing that in.
Right.
Masks are important because, of course, it's not allowing that to pass, and there's other ways to prevent that too. I've seen the nice Swiss cheese. Have you seen the Swiss cheese model? Okay, have you seen this? Anybody seen the Swiss cheese model yet? I need to find this. It's
Oh,
actually,
yes, the
it
guy
was,
got shot like
it was-
over 180 times and he turned into Swiss cheese.
no. This is all about how to prevent illnesses. I'll have to find it
Send
again.
me the video.
All right, now listen, stay with me. I'm almost done.
Send me the video.
Okay, guys, I got just a few minutes, okay? Density dependent means that it's all dependent on the size of the population. If we have COVID, okay, and we have a large population, COVID could potentially kill all of those people. There are people in, let's say, Dory Mobley's country where she grew, where her dad grew up. Okay, Marshall Islands, 0 cases. Why? They have a small population and they refuse to let anyone in and out of the country.
That's what
And
right in there.
zero. I don't think they do because they don't allow anyone in and out. Okay, now listen. Okay, so that's density dependent. Okay, let's talk about density independent. Okay, a few years ago, more like probably 20, there was a tornado that passed through North Manchester. I was at the school, okay, I went outside and I saw the tornado go across this path. And then later I found out it destroyed a bunch of trees at Mrs. Hill's house. Do you know her? She was an elementary teacher, Mrs.
She
Hill.
hated me.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, her trees were destroyed, and then it hits this barn. I will never forget this image. All I could see was this cloud of red wood just shooting out as this tornado passed. It wasn't her.
This summer,
I don't know whose it was. It was
this
pretty cool.
summer when there was or no, it was last summer. It lifted right before it hit our house.
Oh man,
Like I was out on the back deck.
Miss Hill hated me
Whoa.
so much.
Was it so cool though?
Yeah, it was coming from the west, and I was
Oh,
on
yeah.
the back deck. His face is west.
Yeah.
It came
Do you
over
live out this way?
Oh, I live right by Liberty Mills.
Okay, Liberty Mills. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that path, man, but that's where that tornado went. last
Tornado
time, too.
Valley right over.
All right, now let me ask you this. Do
Yeah.
tornadoes like search out for like large populations?
Oh,
No.
for sure.
Yeah, I
yeah.
wish, that'd be cool. Like maybe Sharknadoes do. Sharknadoes do.
Sharknado, let's go.
Yeah, but tornadoes, it's not like a tornado like starts, it's like, let's get like North Manchester, like forget Liberty Mills, there's not very many people there. No way, Serbia, forget Serbia, let's get North Manchester. No, forget North Manchester, let's get Walnut. Let's get Fort Wayne. That's not how it works, right?
Why, please?
Tornadoes go where tornadoes go. They're not search, that's density independent, right? It doesn't matter how big the population is, okay? If you have a small population